Hello everybody, Hassan here, engineer, MBA, and investor. And in today's video, I want to talk about ARK Genomics adding Palantir in their genomics fund. So ARKG has officially added for the first time yesterday evening. It was announced that they added Palantir, the software B2B company, in the ARKG fund. Now, a lot of people were sort of taken back from this. This is a great news for Palantir shareholders. Palantir is one of those stocks that we've covered in this channel. We actually sort of speculate that this company worth about a little bit under $50 billion market cap as we speak. I think it's about $48 billion market cap. They will potentially be worth $1 trillion in our estimation, in what we speculate. We made that video. I'll probably link it with this video. Is that the way they are operating? Palantir, first of all, they've been around since 2003, I believe. They've been around in the private markets for the longest time. They just went public under a year ago. The company stock has shot up since. It sort of had a quite a decline this year, but it's sort of spiking back up. Yesterday, 2 days ago, their earnings report sort of crushed it. They crushed estimates. Their outlook is looking good. Their growth is great. And we sort of covered this company in the past where their B2B software side of business is so powerful, right? I think a lot of people underestimate the B2B side of things. I think we're very accustomed to B2C, right? Business to consumer products, right? And services. But B2B are long contracts, are big contracts, are type of contracts that they can go for years and years, if not decades. So to me, Palantir definitely has a space in our economy. It definitely is doing something right with some of their products and services, specifically their leadership that's executing on the point, grabbing big customers, big governments around the world, including UK and obviously US, different Department of Justice, Department of Defense, sorry, and so on. So really quickly here, ARKG, like I said, they bought for the first time in their ARKG fund. They also hold Palantir in their other funds, such as ARKG. So their tech stocks make sense. Palantir is a tech company, but this sort of took people by surprise. I will explain shortly why this was done. Obviously, ARK Invest is the best entity to explain why they did it. So take what I say as a grain of salt. But really quickly, they bought about, I guess, a little bit under 42, I guess $43 million worth of share. The weight of this stock compared to all other stocks in the RG fund is 0.50%. So very small. But you guys know how ARK Invest works, guys. You guys already know they are all about dollar cost averaging. Once they like a stock, once they like a company, their algorithms or whatever it is, they keep pushing back up, doubling their position. We saw it with Coinbase. Are seeing it with Robinhood. We saw it with Tesla, obviously, early on. To me, this is probably what's going to happen with Palantir in this fund. Again, it's just speculation. We'll let things play out. Um, just as a reminder here, this is the ARK Invest G fund, right? This is the genomics fund. We covered this also in our previous video when we were talking about the genomics fund. Personally, I'm not a big fan of index funds. Has nothing to do with ARK Invest, nothing to do with this genomics fund. I'm just not a fan of funds that have many basket of goods and services. I prefer to make my own research, select my own stocks, and live with the consequences. But I understand convenience is a commodity. Convenience is a luxury that many people are willing to pay for it. So absolutely is no problem owning a fund like in the RG. But again, not financial advice. You got to do your own research, guys. So number 45 position, Palantir holds it out of 62 companies, right? So they were just added yesterday. It's breaking news. Still a bit disappointed at Caribou Sciences. They still have not bought any shares of Caribou Biosciences. Obviously, the stock has gone way up, but it is what it is. We'll live with that. Just as a reminder, their top company they hold in their fund is still Teladoc. Fate Therapeutics on number 3 position, and Vertex is number 6 along with Regeneron. So some of these, obviously excluding Fate Therapeutics, some of these are big pharma companies in the healthcare industry. They're big players in there, and obviously if they're adding in their genomics fund is because they make an argument that they are part of the genomics sector. So again, Didn't want to cover this company, Palantir. Just wanted to break those news because I know a lot of Palantir shareholders are really happy about this. But for people that are not aware about Palantir, again, I made a video well over 30 minutes that really dive deep into Palantir, what they do. But what I think I didn't really cover that much is the fact that they are in the healthcare industry, right? So across many industries, many verticals, they also are involved with healthcare. Actually, in Spaces a few weeks ago, there was someone really talking about how Palantir was really, really a big player in the genomic side of things in the healthcare industry. They have many, many partnerships with different companies. And obviously, the software Palantir can sort of be leveraged from these companies in this industry, in the healthcare industry. Again, you have so much data, right? Data is as useful as it could be if you know what to do with it, right? You could have literally spreadsheets and databases of data, but ultimately, if you don't have the right systematic processes and algorithms to deal with all that data, right? If you don't have the right tools and to parse that data and make sense out of it, create beautiful reports, beautiful dashboards, right? Create beautiful event to actions toward engines with that data, then ultimately that data is basically wasted, right? Because you're basically putting up, using that data into a database that uses SQL space, whether that's SQL, Oracle, whatever database you're using. It's using space, and that is the ultimately cost related to that, especially if you're on the cloud. So these companies, not just in healthcare, but all companies, right, in the manufacturing side, in the fintech side, in logistics, media, and so on, healthcare itself, right? They have a lot of data. We know this just by studying genomics, genome editing. We know there's a lot of data there, a lot of tests, a lot of trial runs, a lot of failures, a lot of success rates. So there's so much related to that, and obviously all the data from patients and all the data potential. We sort of saw Dr. Sam from CRISPR Therapeutics refer to that in one of the Blackstone episodes that we covered in this channel, one of the Blackstone's podcast episodes, interview with Dr. Sam from CEO of CRISPR Therapeutics. He was spewing that as big data becomes prevalent in this industry, in genomics and genome editing, you will see a reduce of cost, a reduce of delays, and ultimately increase the success rate with whatever when it comes to science research and so on, right? So genome editing, of course, CRISPR and so on, that's just one aspect of it, right? All the diagnostic tools, right? All the data, all the mapping, the sequence mapping, and so on. So quite interesting that Palantir, obviously a player in the healthcare industry. Now, does it warrant a spot in the RG fund? I will let you guys decide that. Again, I am not a shareholder of either of these companies, whether that's Genomics, ARKG fund, or Palantir. I don't hold the index fund and I don't hold Palantir, but I'm curious to see what you guys think. If you hold Palantir or even RG, what are your thoughts? Do you guys think this is a fair news? Do you guys think this is a fair trade? Do you guys think that ARK Invest are doing the right thing, considering that they already have this company in the other funds, index funds that they own? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Curious to see what you guys are thinking. Again, not many people have covered this. This is sort of in the hidden side of things. This is why it's always important to track these trades from ARK Invest. Just as a reminder, ARK Invest, they are obliged to publish each of their trades because they are an actively traded fund. That means that RG, every single time at the end of the day, they post every day, Monday to Friday, they have to publish all their trades, whether that's a trade, a buy, or a sell, except when they buy secondary shares, which is what they did with Caribou Science the moment they went IPO a few weeks ago. So hopefully you guys appreciate this video. If you did, please like this video, smash that like button, destroy that like button. You guys know the algorithms. Do subscribe if you haven't. Thank you very much for the support, guys. Leave a comment. What do you guys think? Thank you very much, and we'll see each other tomorrow on a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Hopefully, you guys are having a crazy sunshine. It's really hot over here. It's been hot for a few days. Hopefully, wherever you are, whether that's North America, uh, Europe, Asia, Australia, India, we have people from Singapore and so on. Hopefully, you guys are having great weather. Let me know. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see each other tomorrow. Thanks for watching.